Earlier this year, Connor Coops submitted to me through oddheader.com a story about a discovery he made as a kid that still haunts him to this day. Connor explained when he was a kid, him and a friend of his were obsessed with PlayStation 2 demo discs and would frequently trade and swap them amongst each other. Connor says around the time I believe Ratchet & Clank 2 was to come out, there was a playable demo on a disc with the PlayStation magazine in the UK, but I found that on the list of demo options, if you were to take the cursor one choice down further than the last, the highlight would disappear, obviously implying there's a secret final option. Connor explains when he selected the secret menu item, an incredibly disturbing video played that shocked him so horribly he decided to never tell anyone about it as he thought he stumbled upon something that was never meant to be found. Years later, Connor stumbled across the trailer for the movie Tetsuo the Iron Man, and was convinced that it was either a trailer for this film or a scene lifted from the movie that was hidden on his demo disc that he found all those years ago. Unfortunately for Connor, the disc was no longer in his possession and was now long gone. Connor went through the comments of the trailer and found several other comments discussing finding the same video being hidden on a alleged PlayStation 2 demo disc. The first time I saw this I was about 10, and this exact trailer was an Easter egg on a PlayStation 2 demo disc. Needless to say, I was pretty creeped out. But first, what is Tetsuo the Iron Man for those that don't know? And why would it be showing up on a PlayStation 2 demo disc? Well, I decided to watch Tetsuo myself just for this video, and honestly, I'm not entirely sure what I saw. If I had to describe it, I'd say it's an experimental Japanese techno-horror film that makes Eraserhead look like Eat, Pray, Love, shot in a completely abstract and extremely difficult to follow manner. Tetsuo opens with a metal fetishist who enjoys injecting and violently shoving pieces of metal into his body. Yeah, really. After a gruesome scene of the character shoving metal into his veins, he appears to run into the street and gets hit by a vehicle. From here, the movie focuses on the couple who pulled the hit and run on the metal man, as they appear to be haunted by his spirit as every part of the boyfriend's body slowly becomes a concoction of heinous metallic mutations. And I mean literally every part of his body. What the f***? The film overall is extremely abstract and wildly experimental, that as much as it disturbed me, I actually kind of enjoyed it, as I had to appreciate just how much effort they must have spent making every frame of this movie the thing of nightmares. Regardless, I would never watch this again, which is honestly why I want to know somebody thought to hide this on a PlayStation 2 demo disc. For someone like Connor who found this as a child, I can only imagine it was as intensely traumatizing as he claims it was today. But despite ruining children's lives, at the same time it does sound like a pretty brilliant Easter egg. Me and Connor's investigation continued as I purchased a number of PlayStation 2 demo discs that Connor suspected that the Easter egg could have been on. Going off of Connor's memory, he recalled that it was a demo for Ratchet & Clank, assumably Ratchet & Clank 2. And being that he's from the UK, we thought we had it down to one of these three discs: OPM UK 40, Jam Pack Volume 11, and PSM 215. Unfortunately, after exploring the hell out of these discs, I couldn't find a thing. I even placed the disc on my PC and crawled through the contents of the disc and couldn't find any files that didn't seem to be accounted for already. Additionally, Connor continued exploring through leads throughout the internet and managed to find another person who made a tweet about finding the same sort of discovery. But even this person couldn't remember exactly what the disc was. Connor interviewed a number of other commenters in the discussion of the Tetsuo trailer, and of every person he talked to that seemed to know of the Easter egg, no one could remember exactly what they found it on, only that it deeply shocked them when they saw it. Pulling from everyone's stories, we can deduct that the demo disc likely had these elements: a blue background. Many people seem to recall the disc having a blue background. The background also likely featured a 3D animated moving graphic. At least 2 people reported that the disc featured this element. Connor thought the demo disc menu shown here looked most similar to what he remembered, but didn't think it was it for sure. Most people seem to think it was an official PlayStation magazine demo, although no one seems to be sure on this fact, and there are some reports that conflict this. Me and Connor have reason to believe it might be a PSM demo, a publication that was only in the UK. Both the official PlayStation magazine and PSM demo disc were known to have Easter eggs. For example, on the OPM Disc 105, if you pressed all the shoulder buttons at the same time, you would get to play Paperboy. However, PSM demo discs seem to have touted Easter eggs as a feature a lot more on the back. Additionally, PSM demos have much crazier visual designs than OPMs, which seem to align with the absurdity of the Easter egg. Also, PSM demo discs don't have playable demos, only videos, and at least one person reported that the disc was only video, not games. The single thread most common across every story, though, is how the Easter egg was accessed itself. There was a sub-menu with a list of selectable options. If you scrolled all the way down to the bottom, an invisible menu icon appeared to be selected, and when you hit it, it would take you to the video. With the seemingly many similar reports that can be found across the internet about the mysterious unfound Easter egg, it seems likely there is an Easter egg like this out there that's been lost to time. However, there is a small possibility that people are misremembering this for something else, as there's been many collective false memories through the years of people remembering something that we just have absolutely no evidence for, sometimes referred to as the Mandela effect. For example, a particularly strange case of Mandela effect has recently cropped up on Reddit, as many people have recalled playing a farming game where you played as a farmer who killed his wife and then you had to hide the body for the rest of the game. There's never been any evidence of this game that's shown up that proves this game's existence, yet many people definitely recall playing it. Some people believe it's an elaborate hoax, people are completely misremembering it for something else, or it is truly something that's just never been found again. One theory is there maybe was an obscure game that very few people played, and that people have jumped on the mystery over the years and made it more of a hoax than reality. That said, I have a strong feeling the Tetsuo Demo Disc mystery could indeed be the real deal, as maybe it just hasn't been given the right attention yet. I'm hoping after the publication of this video somebody will quickly come forward with the demo disc, but I might end up surprised and find that no one can ever seem to find the disc at all. And demo disc Easter eggs themselves are completely undocumented online, so maybe through this investigation some of that can finally change. So if you have any information, please come forward, as we're dying to know the story behind this memory that many seem to have across the internet. At this point, me and Connor seem to have exhausted all the possible options of researching this and trying to solve the mystery ourselves. As there's just so many demo discs out there, I don't think I can afford to buy up every single demo disc collection that pops up on eBay, let alone search through every disc. And I can't really investigate the mystery any further at this point anyway, as I'm kind of out of a PlayStation 2 after what I did in the last video. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. And today is the last day that you can pick up an Odd Header plush. So again, if you want to be one of the only people to ever own one of these, very last chance to pick one up on Makeship today. If you know any more mysteries like the one I covered in this video, submit to oddheader.com, come join the Discord, or even send me a shout on Twitter or Reddit. Shout out to Anna Morris, Arizona T, Bitwith27, Dan Duvall, Dead Plastic, Decider 12, Dear Mid Crowley, Eddie Toxpin, Flex, James Fadman, Jonathan A.L. Ornelas, The New I Fart in Elevators, Nichiban, Rage Spot, Rise Sparrow, Reed Della Rosa, Riley S., Select, Sneaking J, Tony Humor, Towerizer, Wade Murdoch, Jan Veneer, and Yu Kirby for their Patreon support. Stay tuned.